Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've created this lovely springtime look and it is green and pink and it's very watermelony and I feel like it's just something fun, easy to do, and it's all drugstore brand. So I'll show you in the description bar what I used, how I did it, and if you stay tuned and keep watching, I will show you how to create this look. Oh, and also please don't forget to thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you guys how to create this look. Hi everyone, so I started off with my brows, and that's with my e.l.f. cream eyeliner. I also used my Master Prime from Maybelline, and I'm going in with my Poreless matte foundation from Maybelline in 340 Cappuccino. I'm just using a buffing brush from Real Techniques to apply my foundation. This is just like the 48 brush. It's nice and dense, but it's a little bit smaller, so it's easier to navigate across my face when applying the foundation, so I don't like mess up my brows or, you know, get foundation in my hair or anything. This is just a great brush. You can use it as well for powders. It's fantastic. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I have an even layer all over my face, and I'm gonna go in and apply some foundation on my neck. I just want everything to be even. I'm just going to cover up the discoloration that I have from scleroderma. I just want this whole look to be very well put together, so I want my neck and my face to match. Okay, so now I'm going in with my mineral powder from L'Oreal. This is the True Match All Natural Powder in Soft Sable. Okay. And here I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Yellow Corrector, and I'm making 2 triangles under my eyes and connecting them at the nose. I'm making a line on my chin and 2 lines on my cheekbone as a jawbone highlight for underneath my contour. And now I'm also doing just a straight line across my forehead right above my eyebrows. Okay, so I'm just taking a beauty blender and I'm going to be blending this foundation very evenly on my face. I don't want to see any lines or edges, so I'm just going to make sure that everything is blended very nice and even. I'm also going to go up and take a little bit of that foundation onto my eyelids just as a primer and just to lighten up my eyelid for the color that I'll apply later on in this tutorial. Okay, so just using patting motions around my eyes, and what I'm doing now is just applying and blending my concealer first, and then I'm going to go in with the contour, the liquid contour, just so that things don't get mixed up or muddied on my face. So just blending my forehead highlights. I'm going to go in and make sure under my nose is blended and also my chin. And then I'm going to get those jawbone highlights on the side. Okay, so I'm just blending. Again, you don't want to see the lines or edges. It's okay if it's a little, you can kind of see it on the cheekbones. Some people like their cheekbones to look really cut. I personally do. As long as it's not a strong, blunt line. You just want to make sure that you blend that out to right about there, you know. If you see anything that's still uneven, this is the best time to go in and blend everything, because once you set it, you can't go back. So this is my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Dark Cocoa, and I'm applying that on my cheekbones, the perimeter of my forehead, under my chin, along my jawline, and then I'm just going to do a dot, a line across the bridge of my nose. Just to cover up the bone there. So I'm just blending that concealer into my temple and just making sure that it is a even transition from light to dark from my lightest highlight. So I'm just going to repeat that step on the other side and make sure everything is nice and contoured and chiseled and very softly blended. I'm going to blend my nose as well, and I'm making sure to keep that product on my nose. I don't want it to get down on the sides where my under eye highlight is, because I don't want that to look muddy. Okay, so just blending out my forehead, you guys, making sure that's all even. Okay, and here goes my lip. I added a little bit too much product there, that's okay. I'll just blend that into my jawline highlight. Jawbone highlight, if you will. Okay. So I'm just blending and making sure that you can't see where that line starts or where, you know, it ends. Okay, and now I'm blending my under lip highlight or contour. There we go. Everything seems to be blended to me. So now I'm going in with my Beauty Treats palette. It's a bronzer palette. The tops are all matte. The bottoms are shimmer. And I'm going to be using these top 2 shades to set underneath my eyes. Okay, so I'm using this underneath my eyes, and I'm using the contouring brush from Beauty Treats, and this is a really nice dense brush as well. I like how it's rounded so you can really get into the crevices of your face, especially when you're contouring your cheeks. So I'm also going to apply this lightly onto my eyelids just to set the powder so it doesn't crease. Okay, there you go. I'm also applying that on my lip, my chin, the center of my forehead, and also I'm going to go in with the other powder, the one that's a little bit darker, and I'm going to be applying that underneath my cheekbone contours. So as a jawbone highlight right there. This shade is not as bright as the one I use underneath my eyes, but it's very lovely, and there we go. Alright, and I'm gonna add a little bit on the ball of my nose. Okay, so now I'm going in with my very broken up CoverGirl Natural Hue Bronzer in Ebony. And I love this shade for contouring. It's nice and warm, and it doesn't look ashy or chalky. So I'm gonna be applying this on the perimeter of my forehead, also on the cheekbones and underneath my nose, and I'm going to take a little bit of that on the bridge of my nose as well. I'm going to be applying this underneath my chin and along my jawline. So everywhere I applied my liquid contour. Okay, so back in with my mineral powder, and I'm just going to blend all the light and dark powders together where they meet, so that everything looks nice and blended and it's a very smooth transition. This is a great tip for a nice airbrushed look, and it definitely helps set your makeup and helps it during the really hot summer days, kind of like Texas days. Okay. And I got new lights. I don't know if you guys noticed, so I'm super sweaty in this video, but I'm going to bake. So I'm taking my AirSpun powder and I'm applying this underneath my eyes where I put my highlight for underneath my eyes. I'm also going to take this powder all the way up to my temples, the center of my forehead where I applied that highlight, just straight across, on my chin, and also my jawbone highlights as well. Okay, and if I have any extra powder on this brush, I'm gonna apply this around my mouth, just because underneath your chin and above your lips they kind of get crazy. So I'm baking over here, baking, see me baking. Okay, and now I'm just going to wipe that powder away. I did turn the camera off for a little bit, but I baked for 5 minutes, and I'm just going to buff everything out, this extra powder out. I don't have any other product on this brush, and there you go. So here I'm going in with my blush in Ice Plum from CoverGirl, and it is so beautiful. It's a lovely mauve, a rosy mauvey color, and I'm applying this on the tops of my cheeks, a little bit on the nose as well. And here's my Milani Tantastic Face and Body Bronzer, and I'm taking this highlight on the ball of my nose, on my cheeks as a highlight. I'm also going to apply this on my Cupid's bow a little bit, you guys, and on my forehead right above my arches. This is where usually get kind of shiny on your forehead and also under the arches of my eyebrows. Okay, so this is my Coastal Scent eyeshadow palette. It's an 88 palette, and I am so lucky because I didn't realize when I was putting this on, because I thought it was white. It turns out it's a really lovely bubblegum, like an iridescent bubblegum color, and this works with my look so much. I'm really excited. I'm totally going to use this even more. I might even use it for a highlight. I mean, it's perfect. So I'm using this as a brow bone highlight as well, with the tear duct highlight that I have going on. Okay, so now I'm going to take this lime green. I literally have no primer on my eyelids. This is just how bright the color shows up. It is lovely, like marvelous, you guys. I'm just gonna take this and I'm doing a light wash over my entire eyes and making sure to concentrate a lot of the color towards the lid of my eyes, right underneath the crease. Okay, now I'm taking this darker green and I'm applying this on my lower lash line, just for a little more depth, you know? Okay, so I'm just bringing that across the lower lash line. Just want to keep this very monochromatic in a sense. Okay, I'm also going to take that dark green and apply this in my crease, just for a little bit of depth and just a nice, interesting touch on this nice green eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna wing it out on the corners as well, and that's all for the eyeshadow. I'm taking my Tarte Emphasize Rim Brightener. It's a nude pencil, and I'm taking this on my waterline. I love this eye pencil. Okay, now I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Smoldering Voluminous eyeliner, and I'm going to create a soft line across the top of my lash line, and then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. professional eyeliner brush and smoke that line out. I don't want anything to be really harsh because I want the colors, the bright colors, to be the focus. Okay, so now I'm just going to take an eyelash curler and press that on both eyes for about 5 to 10 seconds each, and just to get those lashes nice and curled. I have long lashes, so I just use lengthening mascara. So I'm going to start off with my L'Oreal Voluminous Fiber Lash Mascara, and I'm using this only on the tops, and then I'm going to go back in with my Telescopic Mascara from L'Oreal as well, and I'm going to use this on the top and the bottom, and make sure you press the brush in to the bottom lashes instead of combing it through. Okay, so now I'm going to go through my brows with my clear Great Lash Mascara from Maybelline, and that's just to set them in place because of all the powder. Okay, so now I'm using my Cream Alicious Matte Lippy from Ruby Kisses. This is the Triple Butter Matte infused with mango butter, shea butter, and cocoa butter, and I believe the color is Tickle Me Pink. This is a great color, the consistency is awesome, and I'm just applying this onto my lips, so take it slowly. I didn't use a liner, so you want to just make sure to get it even, but this is the complete look, you guys. It's nice, fun neon in the spring, and it's just a nice glow. It is totally summer proof, meaning I set, I baked, I buffed all the powder I could possibly use on my face. So that is how I created this look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Here's my next video.